Hey there, Rick. You're back in Shreveport. Good to see. And you're back in your restaurant, Twine.
I am live from Twan. That's what the L is all about on my face here, Mark. And you are in your apartment in New York City. Good day. Happy New Year.
I am in my apartment in New York City, and we're gonna get like this huge snowstorm tomorrow. And I said, timing's everything. If this had been next Thursday, Frank and I would be have a problem because we're coming there. We're gonna be there. Oh, look, I can see me and make a little.
You are coming in. I'm very excited. I mean, that's good. That's a great way to kick off the new year. By the way, I think you have something on your nose, but now I realize it's actually
No,
on the screen. No, it was on the screen. I got it. We're good.
we're live.
Distract.
We're live. So whatever it is, it's been seen already.
So what a year it's been, Mark. I mean, let's recap 2013, look forward to 2014, jump right to it. I mean, man, what a year. For you, it's been a great year.
Well, and not just me, but Miley. My God, Miley was robbed by the Pope. She was a big news thing this year, and we differ on her place in the universe. But she totally didn't get Person of the Year, and she didn't deserve it. But I'm just putting it out there. Hopefully, we're done with her now for a while. Maybe no more twerking for a
I know,
while.
and her newest song is not that great. I don't know if you and your husband Frank have heard it. Frank, of course, in the music industry, for all of you who don't know. But anyway, her new song's kind of like a ballad lullaby, makes me sleep. So yeah, I'm done. I love her, but I love the Pope more.
He's very interesting, and I also was going to throw in there that I would love to finally get to where we don't do any more Persons of the Year, whether it's Time or Advocate. I mean, Advocate made him their Person of the Year too, and that was quite controversial. But like enough already with the Person of the Year. I had said on my Facebook post, make somebody you love your Person of the Year. We need it's this is all just about selling magazines if they
Well,
exist anymore.
then so jump to it. Who is your person of the year?
Who's my Person of the Year?
Yeah, someone you love. Is it someone you met at the grocery store that was nice to you the other day? Um,
But he can't be my Person of the Year every year because this could go on forever.
so,
as long as we're
but this
alive.
year he is. You guys got married. It was the year for gay marriage. Now it's the whole uproar with Duck Dynasty and all that going against it. But when you look at the top 10 stories, Mark, you're right. People of the year, whatever, over it. Make it someone you love. But when you do look at the top 10 stories of the year, they are people oriented. It's the Pope. It's Paula Dean. It's Zimmerman. It's that chick who killed and flashed her boyfriend in the shower, which I don't know where I was. I was sleeping through all this. And Donna, who you met last week, decided to show me the graphic images from that murder. You didn't really need to see it. But
Oh, Jodi Arias.
yeah.
She was there
They
was
said
a
she was the top story of the year, they said. Whatever.
Yeah, and
Uh,
well, and then it's a challenge for you and I doing the cafe because I'm sort of unplugging from all of this 24/7 news bullshit. It's not even news to me. It's just chatter. It's like we've talked about this before. The headlines now on these websites, and I read them, but they don't even bother with the headline anymore. It's just shocking, and there's a picture of John Boehner. It'll say shocking or outrageous or and most of the time it's not shocking at all, but they're just trying to get you to click. It's called clickbait, and it's all about how many clicks they can get so they can set their ad rates. I don't
and we
fall.
won't do that we will not do that to our viewers, Mark. We will not clickbait y'all. We won't.
No, we are
We won't.
no, we're
But
shocked.
you look forward to 2014, and I say, let's be the news story that we want to read about. Sizzle title or not, let's make news for ourselves. Let's help someone. Let's do something. Let's be big in 2014. Let's have a bestseller. In your case, let's make Cafe Blab something fabulous. That's got to be our goal. I'm serious, and we can do it. We the people.
Well, you're definitely people like you. They think and you're nice looking, and you got your face in the
Mark,
camera up there.
I know. I needed to hear that because I told you off camera before we went on camera, folks. I'm going through a crisis today. I'm almost 50. I'll be 49 next month. And by the way, Mark, when you and Frank are here, I'm going to throw my birthday party so you can celebrate with us. I'll do it a week early. But point being, I'm kind of going through a midlife crisis, so that's why I just came on Gangbusters with you. I'm going to get over it, and we're going to do something fabulous in the new year. Done.
And we're going to get you a headset, or you're going to find the headset that you have.
I have it. You
Because
will find it
no,
when
no,
you're.
it's so you can plug it in so that you have a mic because you're really really loud and I can hear the distance when you're not using. See, I'm using a mic. When you're not using a mic, you hear the air. You know what I'm talking about. You've been in this doing this a long time. You hear that distance. So you got to look for that. It was a present. It was.
Fabulous. It had its day, but it's going to have its day again. So, yeah, no, seriously, we'll put it up. Hey, speaking of 2014, lots of food trends going on. The word tapas is over with, speaking of my restaurant. So look,
Tapas?
everybody. Yeah, tapas, not topless, tapas.
Tapas. No, that it's in Spain. It's not over with. That's that's very big in
You know
Spain.
how we steal things and we decided to call them tapas here, and there were tapas restaurants opening everywhere. Now it's called grazing menus. We're cows
Oh,
now.
grazing. Yeah,
No longer
grazing.
Spanish. Grazing menus are in. Healthy child nutrition is in. So that means you're not going to see the chicken nuggets and all those things on the menus. You're going to see the Obama influence there. And guess what the colors are for this year? The new color trend.
Blood red.
You care, or are you just giving?
No, but
You know,
no, but I'm glad you brought up words because there are words that I would like to never utter again or hear again. Selfie, grazing. I mean, come on. It's immediately. Does anybody say yuppie anymore? But that's what it is. That's what it conjures to me. It's people with strollers and they're going off to a restaurant to eat their to check out their grazing menu. I'm not a cow, I don't graze. And
and get rid of selfie. I'm done with it. And get rid of selfies to begin with. I mean, really?
oh my God, you don't like my selfies? I stopped because another friend of mine said he hates the word, and I was like, oh, well, can I call it something else? You don't like pictures. You don't you put pictures of yourself up all the time.
Yeah, but usually someone takes them for me. I'm not like a selfie. A selfie means you're taking them. I don't know. How do you all feel about selfies? I'm just, after the Obama nightmare, I'm just not into it. But the color trend this year, Mark, back to that, is neutral colors. Could it get any less blood red? That's ridiculous. Neutral
Neutral.
colors are in this year.
Yeah, but that's brown. Isn't that brown and gray?
Yes, yeah, more like tans and pans and off white and eggshell. Hmm.
No, no, not for me. I just redid my Kyle Callahan Mysteries website is now has a red background because I like red. I wanted something new. I like no, not neutral. Get away from neutral. Be bold. This to me this
Oh,
year is about it's bold. If you want a blood red website, do it. And yeah, no, I'm not. I don't want to be neutral.
no, we gotta go beyond. And up and coming stars in 2014 on the political scene. Of course, Rubio is out there. You've got what's her name? That Allison from Kentucky. She's going to be a contender. Allison Grimes,
I don't know. I know that the other day you brought up
Wendy Davis.
yeah, the filibuster lady.
Yeah, and you thought she was someone else. The picture. I
I
forgot
was
who you.
kidding. I was kidding. She looks like Kirsten Gillibrand, and I was joking.
Yeah,
And one of your friends didn't like my comment, so
that
whatever.
was Mark Davis. That's Eduardo's husband.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, we can
He
all be
didn't,
peaceful.
huh?
What?
He didn't. He wasn't. I could. I guess I had a feeling he was maybe on the other side of a particular issue.
I'm not sure. I don't. Sometimes it's misleading, but anyway, there you go. Those are some superstars to watch out for. Of course, did you see this poll? Speaking of news titles, so all of a sudden you get this little thing on, your favorite Huffington Post, and uh, it says Chris Christie and Hillary Clinton neck and neck. Neither of them have declared that they're running for president, but they've already done a poll. Huffington Post and someone else did one. Did you see this? Where they're like, it's 49% him and 48% her for some stuff.
I haven't seen it, but I know that's been going on for a while now, and we've talked about that before too. Christie's not going to win the nomination, so it doesn't matter. And also he's undermining himself. He's in big trouble because he's a bully. He's done really mean things. He shut down while he's denying it, but his people shut down the George Washington Bridge for 4 days. They shut down 2 lanes of it. It's the busiest bridge in the world, and then it came out that they were doing it because he was the mayor of the city on whatever side the bridge didn't support him. So it was like this vicious revenge crap, and he's known for doing that. He's not going to get the nomination. It's just a game the media plays because they don't want to do anything more substantial in the way of news. It's an easy story.
I would agree. Oh, we're in Maine today, I see.
What?
On your coffee cup.
Oh yeah, Frank and I, one of my favorite cruises. We're going on a cruise in June to the Bermuda. It just goes and parks there for 3 days, which is fine.
Oh, shit. You may never come back, but go ahead.
No, I got to come back. But this is we went on a cruise. One of my favorite cruises was to Maine and Canada, and this is a tangent, but well, I love to cruise, but I don't need it. I could never go to another Caribbean island. They're all the same. Most of them are homophobic, and anyways, I love the cruise to Maine and Canada. I highly recommend that. And then we're going to Shreveport, like we started the show out. We're coming to Shreveport really soon.
Yeah, I haven't seen you. I missed you this Christmas. I was out there and didn't have a chance to come up and see you. So yeah, we'll break some ground in 2014, and it'll be good, Mark. It'll be great. Great, great, great. Anything else from I jumped right away to 2014, back to 2013. Did you have though a favorite news story or something that just like
Well,
shocked you?
marriage exploded. That was a big news story because it was such a struggle for such a long time. And once the Supreme Court had made their decision, it just seems to be exploding now. I don't think it's going to keep exploding. I think states like Louisiana, it's going to be a tough thing and probably take another Supreme Court decision or something like that. But the fact that there are now, I believe, 18 states. We talked about that last time. Utah, 18 states and the District of Columbia. That's a big deal, and you know,
Yeah, I would agree. And oddly, of the 2013 top stories, it wasn't even in the top 10 in many of them, but I would agree it is. I think that leads to a big story that's happening in 2014. Mr. Duck Dynasty kind of kicked it off. I think you're going to see a lot of uproar and backlash that people have been accepting of it and complacent even in some ways. And in time has led those people down the road to kind of accept it, know it's here. There's no going back. And with time, you eventually integrate it into your life and get to a point where it's okay in your life. But there's also that dangerous mark that I think is going on right now, Mark, where those people that kind of been put on hold and they see the movement going on and they see equality going on, when you have someone like him that gives you a voice for the negative that you've been penting up and storing because you see the wave and the storm coming and you let it go, it gives you a chance to backlash, to really release that pent-up energy. And I really think that's coming. I think you see it in Utah, what's happening. I think this is going to be a year of some hate and fear, hopefully producing, some good positive results in 2015. But I really got to tell you, I think it's, what do you call that? The perfect storm. I think things are lining up that we're going to see a lot of anti this year, personally. But
well, it's possible. But I have two comments on that. One is that I would love to. I had never heard of this fool before. Phil Robertson. Never heard of the man before this. Never watched the show, and I wish I could go back to that. It's like seeing somebody murdered. You can never unsee it.
yeah,
I don't want to ever hear his name again. I don't care
yeah,
what he thinks.
yeah,
He
yeah,
also thinks that men should be marrying girls when they're 15,
yeah,
so that they can pluck their ducks. And that's people like, what does that mean? It means pluck the ducks. It's a nasty, smelly, awful thing. And he said, get them when they're 15, 16. They'll pick your ducks, and instead of your wallet. It's like, okay, this is a guy who's like a free speech martyr and an icon, and he's speaking
yes,
for the
yes,
Bible. Boy,
yes.
if that's the deal, man, I'm gonna get my little atheist card signed up. If God is speaking through Duck Dynasty, so let's never ever hear from this moron again. And then the other thing was, I have also said that if because you're talking about a backlash, which is very possible. Eventually, we will live in a country, and I'm quite confident where we do have full equality, and it's not a news item anymore. And it's that way in Canada. I mean, there are people I'm sure who oppose marriage equality in Canada, but it's a settled issue. So if all of these people who get so riled up about this stuff would just figure out that if we just let the queers get married, we would never have to hear from them again.
That is a very positive thing. And in news this week, of course, is Robin Roberts. Robin Roberts. She's a Roberts too.
Robin
Well, that's
Roberts.
Robertson. So Robin Roberts.
They're not related, but they could be.
Really? Well, she was happy back in the day picking cotton, according to him. But you know what I'm
Yes,
saying.
she liked the
But what I
Jews.
found interesting, what you say, and I want to end it on that positive note versus my negative note. And we'll see how it plays out. But your positive note is well taken. A friend of mine who was a newscaster here was let go, and there was much at the same time. Another friend of mine was let go for being a weather person here. She was black. Chris was gay. They were both let go week to week from the station, and there was speculation that that's why. Recently, they hired some new reporters, and they're all blonde women. Who knows? But the point is this: that Chris posted, and he worked for the ABC affiliate, of which Good Morning America airs on. And he posted, he goes, it's so sad that a letter expressing gratitude to your viewers and people around for being there for her, over this year of healing from her cancer. The only thing the media picked up was that she mentioned Amber, her girlfriend in the story.
Mm-hmm.
Amber was one line in the story. The text of the story was Robin's Christian faith and her belief in humankind helping her heal. I think she is an icon for many of us. I think she stands out as a Christian man. I'm very proud of what she did. And Chris's comment was well taken. At first, I was like, really, Chris, this is still news. We need to pound on the doors. We need to be activists. We need to point this out. And then I thought, he is 100% right, just like you, Mark. That's not the story here. The story here is that Robin came out and thanked people in a very generous way for helping her through her, last challenge. So anyway, it's interesting.
Yes.
And neutral is the new black. Orange is out. So
and as I said this morning, my hopes for myself in 2014, among them is to live in the stream, not on the bridge.
I like that.
And envy is not my color because I can get really envious. Like, I don't want to name, just like. Anyways, if I know somebody who gets their thing in the Huffington Post, I'm like, I feel this envy, which is insane because I introduced them. I'm the reason that happened, and there's no reason for me to feel that way. But it's one of those cases where envy comes up in me, especially around career, and I instantly catch it, and I say, envy's not my color. I don't need to be feeling this. It's ridiculous. And I don't want to be angry.
Yeah.
That's the going to the Duck Dynasty thing. This man, they're not. It's not worth my anger. It's not worth my emotion. It just is not.
Yeah.
And we saw American Hustle last night.
Oh, I heard it was funny.
It's really, really good.
I want to see it.
And we didn't talk about any of the best ofs this year. American Hustle, 12 Years a Slave, Matthew McConaughey.
Nebraska. Have you seen it? Good movie.
No, but I want to see the Coen brothers too.
Oh yeah, I just saw the preview. I want to see the Meryl Streep movie, but I don't think it's coming out until now the new year. It hasn't come out yet.
I don't want to see it. We saw it on Broadway, and the buzz is it works. It's much better as a play.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, best of, I'd go with you. 12 Years a Slave will be probably one of my favorite films of all time. Favorite's a hard word to use on it. But yeah, there were some best stuff. I'll tell you the worst stuff: Dorito-inspired food. Done. Over. Let's see the Dorito.
Toledo-inspired food.
Dorito.
Dorito-inspired food.
Yes. Oh, you don't Taco Bell it, do you?
Is that a grazing thing?
It's a Taco Bell thing.
No, that's horrible.
Yeah, they have a fire, whatever this, and Bluetooth, whatever it is. But I'm over it. I want to see. Oh, by the way. I know we got to wrap it up, but Super Bowl, of course, has all the Doritos contests, people that submit the Doritos commercials. Go online if you haven't seen it. You may have Leslie Jordan. Funny.
He's on.
Yeah, I play, good friend of mine from LA. He's got a Dorito spot that he produced that is flippin' awesome. And it should air during the Super Bowl if it wins.
So by the way, why can't we get him on Age to Perfection?
Okay, I'll work on it. He's just hard to track down. I know here I say he's my friend, but he's big now. He's big time.
He's on American Horror Story, and I saw him in a play like 20 years ago. So
yeah,
you never know.
Well, he's got his demons too, and sometimes when he's in those demons, it's hard to reach out to him. If you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
Oh my God, I can't believe I just did that.
Big year for me. We're going to end it now. I got married. That's number one. I got married. I published the second of my mystery books. I'm writing the third. Did the panel in Boston. That was a big high point for me. And by the way, Stephanie's got a new column in the Friday's issue. She also was just on the Huffington Post again. And if there's anybody I am thrilled to see on there, it's Stephanie, because she's just a smart, amazing human being. And 24 is going to rock it. It's going to rock it, Rick. In my life, your life, everybody's lives. We're going to rock it.
I need to hear that, yeah, because I'm a little darker than you today. But I'm happy now, and I'm glad you guys are coming to town. Yes, new year, new adventure. Maybe I'll write a film. We'll see.
Okay, excellent. So it's been, by the way, we didn't say what this show is. It's Cafe Blab.
Yeah, well, I think you can figure it out. Blab, 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 and the drinking of the coffee is the cafe.
It's on YouTube now. This will be the second one on YouTube, and it's still on SoundCloud at this point. So we'll figure all this out.
Oh, yes, thank you for. Now all of a sudden I leaned in because I saw your mic, and I thought it was my mic. I'm not kidding you.
No,
I'm like,
no, you don't have a mic, Rick. Remember that.
But I'm using your mic.
We'll take that offline. You don't have a mic.
I have a very nice mic.
Bye, everybody. It's been a good little fun thing here at year end, and we flop around sometimes, Rick, but that's just the way it goes.
like fish, but we don't flop in our politics. That's for sure. Love y'all.
Hillary.
Hillary. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, Mark.
Ciao.